If you submit an ergo and revisions are requested, do not create a new ergo. Do not do it. We hate students who do it. It causes a lot of trouble. If you have to revise an ergo, change the one you already have and submit it again. Okay? It's really important because it saves us a lot of heartache. If students create multiple ergos, that's usually a good sign they shouldn't be allowed to do the research because they're not able to work in a professional way. Yeah? Conflicts of interest should be no. So this, you might have a conflict of interest if you're being sponsored by a company and researching that company. So that should be no. Low and or middle income countries, bit of debate about this, but you can just probably just put no there. China is classed as a low or middle income country still, so you should technically put yes there. But then it asks you about benefits, and you would just put this is just a student project. Yeah, which is kind of sad because you have to say there's no benefit to doing your project. But, so you save that, you go to the next page. You're excited, right? It's a nice form. Now, across the top here, the number of navigation pages will grow or shrink based on your answers, right? These are the key questions here, the filter questions. Will your study involve human participants, okay? If you're doing interviews, questionnaires, or focus groups, you've got human participants, unless you are interviewing a dog. Don't interview a dog, that's my advice. So imagine I'm doing an online questionnaire only, I would say yes to this, and no to secondary data. Who's looking at social media data? You will need to answer yes to F2, okay? So, save you reading it, social media, F2, okay? Human biological material, no. That means, are you researching bits of body? Anyone? Animals alive or dead should be no. Cultural heritage is almost certainly no, I hope. I really don't want to learn that document. Okay? So if we go on to page 3, is my project a survey or questionnaire only? Yes. Will it be fully anonymous? Yes. Will I have any interaction? Now, if the only interaction you have is giving out the questionnaire and collecting it, you can answer no to this. But if you have other interactions with the people, you would answer yes. And then you would have to answer how many people, okay? Is anyone planning on researching children? That's someone aged 18 or younger. Anybody? Don't do it, it's more complicated. Okay, so you will be researching adults. Is anyone doing research in a hospital? You sure? Good, good. So this would be the box you need. Now I'm going to say, not a hospital. How many students are on FM? It's 131, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to have 131 participants. Everyone's going to do the questionnaire. It's going to be great. Vulnerable individuals. So if you're dealing with children, homeless, people in prison, people who have, in a legal sense, mental problems that make it impossible for them to consent, or people who are currently on recreational drugs, or currently confused, or currently drunk. Anybody? Usually we want the answer there to be no. And again, if it's not, then good luck. Here we ask, are you going to make them anxious during the research? Are you going to do anything weird to them in terms of sleeping or drinking? Or cause any physical discomfort? This should really be no. This should be no. And then this one, special category data are defined here. If you would like to read the GDPR and Data Protection Act 2018 to learn more, you're very brave. It's not the easiest read, but effectively, if you're dealing with race, ethnic origin, politics, religion, trade union membership, genetics, biometrics, health, sex life, or sexual orientation, you would tick yes here. I am not. I'm just doing a questionnaire about studying. And no surveillance. So you get through all that, and no, don't worry guys, we do that. Look at that, end of the questionnaire. Now, depending on how you answer those filter questions, you may get more or you may get less to do on this questionnaire, okay? It depends all on how you answer F1 and F2 first. So totally anonymous online questionnaire where you have no other interaction with participants is a category C, okay? And most of our work is going to fall into that. And you've done all that and you think, yes, brilliant, I'm finished, it's time for lunch, right? Well, I've got bad news. Over here in the attachments, you'll need to attach the forms we discussed earlier based on what you're doing. If I'm doing an anonymous online questionnaire, I'll need the main ethics form, I'll need the online consent form, and I'll need the final version of my questionnaire. Okay? That's what I'll need to attach. The reviewers need to know exactly what you are going to do to people in the research. Alright? Excited? So let's say we do all this, we can get the documents here. Imagine I have filled in my document. So imagine I've already filled in my ethics form. This is how you attach them. Just like attaching to an email. Yeah. It will ask you to give it a title. You normally don't need to change that. Give it a different version name and give it a date. So the reason we do that is because if there are a few submissions, we want reviewers to be able to find the most recent copy of the document as easily as possible. Yeah? If they can't find it, you can't get approval. So we've attached that. There'll be a virus scan, so make sure your computer is okay. And then once we've attached all of our documents, then we will be ready to submit. And the way you submit is you come down to see this page here, submission overview. Now I'm going to say something really obvious here that every year it feels like someone misses. Until you submit the ergo, you have not submitted the ergo. Okay? Now I had a student one year who was extremely angry with me. I think he was actually going to punch me because I hadn't reviewed his ergo. I hadn't reviewed it because he hadn't submitted it, so I couldn't see it. He did not pass. He did attend graduation because his girlfriend graduated. He did not graduate. It was quite sad. So don't be that guy. Here, you can add a supervisor. Again, going to sound obvious, make sure that you submit to the right person. Okay? So imagine I'm your supervisor, imagine you're that lucky, you click here and you search. This is me. Okay? This is not me. This is not me. There used to be a woman who worked in, I think, humanities, Kermiston, and for some reason she came up first in the search results. So one year she got a lot of submissions from my students, and she was very confused. She did not know what she'd done wrong. If you submit to someone else, I can never see them, okay? How many Coles do we think are in the universe? Let's find out. Okay, so not Adam Coleman, not Adrian Nicolescu, Amber, Andrew. Oh, you're a long way down, mate. Whoa! Be careful because because there is a Simon Coles there in the School of Chemistry. He's not the guy. So when you're adding a supervisor, if you use their university username, you will find just the right person, okay? So do it that way. I'm going to add Sean. And congratulations, you're now being supervised by Sean. If you're being supervised by someone else, you can change the supervisor, okay? Now if, whilst we're marking your final project proposals, you want to get started on Ergo, just put me as the supervisor to start with, and then I can help you with the Ergo, okay? Because I like doing these things. And then you proceed to submit. See this additional comments box when you're submitting. Some people like to use this box to put their opinions. Do not put your opinions in the box, especially if it's because you don't like the reviewer, okay? We keep a list of those people, we remember them forever. They don't get special treatment. I mean, you're filming this, so I can't tell you what we do, but we don't like them. If you really feel you need to say something, you could you just say thank you. Just say thank you to the reviewer, okay? But you don't need to put anything there. Here, it'll show you which documents you've got. Make sure you've got every document, or it will be rejected straight away. Well, when the reviewer sees it. You'll need to read and tick each of these boxes, okay? Which includes you having agreed that you've read the research ethics policy. As I'm on camera, I have to tell you, read the research ethics policy, okay? Don't have any sad accidents that stop you graduating. So you tick all of these boxes, etc., and then it will let you click submit. Once you do that, an email will go to your supervisor saying, hello, your student name has submitted an Ergo. Please review it. Thanks. And then your supervisor, as soon as they're able, will go and review it. Okay? And they might accept it, in which case it goes to a reviewer, or they might look at it, and in this case I haven't included all the documents, so Sean would reject it and write in the box, Adam, you haven't included all the documents. Why don't you include all the documents next time? And I'll get an email back saying, your supervisor has requested revisions. Please go on Ergo to find out what to do next, okay? And then I would have to make the changes that are suggested by the supervisor and submit again, all right? Every time you need to make the changes, you need to submit again, or it will never be seen by anyone, okay? Can't emphasize that enough. You will then have a sad time. Not a graduation, because you won't be graduating. So that's really it, the Ergo system. I just want to show you